I do not sweat, bro. I'm not finna call you every day, my nigga. You complaining to me about not spending time with you? Find you something to do, emotional ass nigga. What the f*** be quiet for this for and hide that you just got done eating this nigga? You talking to her with the same lips you just had on my nigga. You finna go kiss the same lips. But you want me to be quiet when she called. Don't even look better than me. What the f*** do I look like? That's why bitches get shot. Oh, God.
She was shot and killed, and tonight police here in Milwaukee are looking for the man who fired that fatal shot.
Sharon Miller, a 31-year-old mother of 4, was known for her fierce attitude.
I'm a crazy bitch. I'm not gonna lie. I'm crazy as It's something wrong with me. Like, I should be taking medication. Well, I prescribe medication that I don't take because it had me too level. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Her brashness, outspoken nature, and bold personality made her stand out.
I swear to God, one of the main reasons why I don't like is because y'all not good for Only thing y'all can do is So just give me that and keep it moving. Stop fucking playing with me, though.
But it also placed her on a collision course with danger.
Or maybe it's just Milwaukee. I don't know. You crazy out here, for real. Real life crazy.
Born in Chicago and later making her home in Milwaukee, Sharon had a complicated relationship with men.
I was pregnant with Kingston, my son, my last baby. I did that on my own. My baby daddy didn't reach out to me, didn't ask how I was doing, didn't see if I was okay. I was homeless, all that shit. I was living from house to house, all that shit. And I got 2 other kids. Not once, do you hear me? Not one time, not one time did I inbox a baby mama, did I inbox a friend, did I ride up a block, none of that. You know what I did? I got on my, you understand what I'm saying? I made sure my kids was straight, man. I made sure we was good. I made sure we had somewhere to stay. I got us a place. I paid my rent up for 3 months. I paid my light bill up for 3 months. Man, you know what I'm saying? Put it for wishes so I can get a car so we can have us a way around. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't never trip on my baby daddy, man. Because he, at the end of the day, the decision is not based on if he got a child with me or how I feel or how much energy I put into finding him. That ain't how that shit happened. I had to get out here and make that shit happen. That's all I'm saying.
While she was a mother who loved her children deeply, her romantic relationships were often tumultuous, and her relationship with Darnell Kimball was no exception.
So basically, if you try it, I'm only gonna get like 4 years if I have to really kill me, because I'm crazy for real.
She wasn't afraid to speak her mind, even if it meant publicly airing her grievances. If something was bothering her, she didn't hesitate to broadcast it on social media.
See, I'm aware of what I do. I don't even know why we still friends on Facebook. You don't f with me. Stop calling me petty. Ain't shit petty about me. I'm real. That's probably why you don't like me, because I'm too real for you.
Her online presence was a mix of raw honesty and anger, a way for her to process the struggles she faced in life. She had a unique way of expressing herself, bold, unapologetic, and always in control of her narrative.
I like to be like directly in between your legs. Like if the phone was your pick, I want to be facing this like this. You understand what I'm saying?
But behind that defiant exterior, there were deeper layers to her personality, including a yearning for validation and attention, particularly from the men she crossed paths with.
I don't know, maybe it's because of who I am or how I look or because I'm tall, but anytime I give a chance to fuck me, they fucking go crazy in this and I go crazy in my mind. Then I can't fuck with no bitches, because when I fuck on bitches, I guess I eat pussy too good or something, just get the tripping. I don't even have a, what's the problem? It was all lips, fingertips, and lips. Why are you tripping on me? Don't do me like that. Don't do that.
Sharon's decision to become involved with Darnell Kimball, a man with a criminal history, was one of many that would ultimately contribute to her tragic end. While she was a woman who took pride in her independence and strength, she also became entangled in a dangerous relationship. It was one filled with secrets, lies, and most dangerously, violence. But when Sharon found out Darnell was married, that was a game changer. Instead of backing off, she went the other direction. She started calling him out. She took to Facebook Live, blasting Darnell for being a liar and a coward. She didn't care who heard or who saw it. She wasn't going to be silenced. Sharon went off, saying exactly what she thought about Darnell, his marriage, and everything in between.
I'ma expose your.
She didn't care if his wife saw it. She didn't care who she pissed off. She knew what she was doing.
Then all y'all niggas be having. All y'all got girlfriends. All you niggas got girlfriends. All y'all got a bitch. Every nigga got a bitch. Every nigga got a woman. Everybody got a bitch they answer to. And then like niggas be mad at me because they'll have a bitch that be f***ing with me and then doing what we be doing, what we doing. We spending their little money and tricking off their little dick. And I see they bitch and they expect me to respect this bitch. And this bitch look like lavender. I see this. She look like she old enough to be my auntie. And this man, look, I had a situation where this told me when this bitch called, I had to be quiet. So then, you know me, I'm petty. I found out who the bitch was on Facebook. I go look at her Facebook page. When I tell you this bitch look like the little ugly bitch think she the shit. Do you really think I'm gonna be quiet for this? You think I'm finna be quiet for this? I'm not finna be quiet for this. Matter of fact, every time she calls, I'm gonna make sure I'm on the FaceTime. She needs to know who I am and so she can see what you really like. Maybe she needs to learn who I am so she can know what to look like to fit the part to be with you so you can leave me the f*** alone. Like, what the f*** you mean? Don't tell me I gotta be quiet when this fat, ugly ass, out of shape bag of potatoes, bag of soil dirt shaped ass car. That bitch ain't paying none of my bills. She ain't even paying none of yours. You just asked me for $100. You gonna ask me to be quiet when the bitch call, nigga, f*** you. As soon as he picked the phone, I'm like, I don't know who you getting on the phone with, but we need to finish this conversation. He like, shh. I'm like, no, you, shh. What the f***? I don't got a shut. You want shut in this pussy? He hung up the phone. Oh, that's why I ain't that's why I can't you. You two, you, no, okay, but see, when it boils down to it, you don't want to go late with that bitch. You don't want that to be your only option. So you need to tell the bitch she needs to respect me. God, she needs to feel like she needs to figure out who the f*** I am. She needs to follow my diet plan, bitch. She needs to stop wearing them cheap ass $5 ass wigs, bitch, and come over to the bar hand side or something, because that is unacceptable. That's why you over here eating my ass and paying my bills, because you're ashamed of what you got over there. You didn't even want me to know what your bitch look like. And now I know what she look like. I'm looking at you like, I'm supposed to be quiet for her? I'm supposed to be quiet for her? Then I want to pull some, oh, but she the one that got in. She bought me this truck and then she driving this and she doing this. Well, she has to. She's so ugly, she got to take care of herself. Ain't nobody finna take care of that. Some people know, and some people, you know what, and that's another thing. It irritates me because I'm not saying I'm the most beautiful person in the world. I'm not the finest in the world or nothing like that. But I done made a living off my looks before. For years. I was just stripping for years. You hear me? So I know I can talk and get under them and make them buy me what I want, surely off my looks. Do you understand what I'm saying? Surely off my ass. Surely off how I talk. I know I can get that out of a motherfucker. I know that. But when you ugly than a motherfucker, you gotta work for what you got. That's what you gotta do. Or if you alright, you ain't got no finesse about yourself, you got you a good little $14 an hour job that you slave for, that you sacrificing all your days for, that you at 16 hours a fucking day. Okay, yeah, your check's supposed to be $2,800, $33,000. You at work every day for 16 hours, 7 days a week. If I was working like that, I would want a $5,000-$6,000 check too. But then you be looking at the that's doing that like, you have to. You have to. You gotta be the breadwinner, because these ain't with you. On God, these niggas ain't with you. I don't care how much your hair costs. Be buying these $600-$700 wigs thinking they be looking cute. You is not cute. You're not cute, and you gonna have to keep taking care of a nigga. Please, that's the worst thing an ugly can do. That's the worst thing an ugly ever do. Tell me how much money she making or trying to stun on me about how much money she making. You're supposed to make some money. You have to. Just like the Gucci man compliment. Yeah, you can call me ugly, but you can't call me broke. You ugly, you not supposed to be broke. If you pretty, you ain't supposed to be broke. But at least when you pretty, you can call a couple of up and get what you need. When you ugly, stuck. You stuck. Ain't nothing you can do. You gotta punch that clock. You gotta punch that clock. That's what you gotta do.
She was trying to get his attention, trying to get validation. But there was another side to Sharon. Beneath the bravado was a woman who had been hurt time and time again by the men she allowed into her life. Her attitude reflected that. She was not about playing second to anyone, especially not to another woman. She demanded respect and control. And when she felt disrespected, she lashed out. That was what defined so many of her relationships. She didn't want to be anyone's backup. She wanted to be the one. This attitude, though, placed her on a dangerous path when she tried to leave Darnell.
My best friend always telling me I shouldn't be fighting with over because I opened up the whole situation of them talking in the first place, which makes a lot of sense. But all I'm saying is this: I just want to beat you up because you exist. The fucking what happened really don't matter. I'm not pressed over the fact that a is trying to pursue a bitch outside of one because that's what niggas do. I just want to beat your ass and put you out the picture because he like you. You gotta be cuter than me. You ain't even gotta have a better body than I got. You can have nothing. You can be a complete bum on the street, but if I like you, I don't like you. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna try to beat you up at some point. So if my nigga, her best bet is to just keep it to herself. Cause I'm ignorant as not finna tell me nothing about my nigga. I don't give a I don't care. Screenshots, all that. I don't give a cause at the end of the night, he gonna come and be eating this again.
On September 12th, 2019, Sharon decided she had had enough. She had packed her belongings, ready to leave Darnell once and for all. The relationship had become too violent, too toxic, and she was done. But as is often the case in abusive relationships, leaving wasn't going to be as simple as walking out the door. Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions. When she entered the house that day to collect her things, she was met with resistance. An argument broke out between her and Darnell, one that quickly escalated. Darnell, a man with a violent history, didn't take kindly to Sharon's decision to leave. During the argument, witnesses later reported that Sharon had swung her arm at Darnell, an act that might have been a defensive gesture. But it was the trigger for what happened next. In a split second, Darnell pulled out a gun and shot her. The fatal shooting occurred just after 3:30 p.m. on that afternoon, a moment that ended Sharon's life, but also shook the Milwaukee community to its core.
A bond broken after tragedy when Miller was killed in a shooting near 52nd and Locust. Loved ones say Miller was gathering her belongings, attempting to leave her boyfriend, Darnell Kimball.
The fact that this happened just yards away from a school made it all the more harrowing.
Shot in broad daylight, just yards away from a North Side school. She was rushed to the hospital but died this morning from her injuries. As Fox 6's Derica Williams explains, the fatal shooting is now leading to devastation for so many.
A life was taken in broad daylight, and the violence that had been building up behind closed doors finally erupted into tragedy.
I didn't know she was in a bad relationship like that.
Prosecutors say Kimball fired multiple shots at the 31-year-old before running away.
What followed was an investigation that would reveal the true horror of the situation. Darnell's mother was an eyewitness to the crime. She saw her own son shoot and kill Sharon during their argument.
Investigators say Kimball's mother witnessed her son shoot Miller.
And yet, when the case finally went to court,
But when a witness no-showed at trial, Kimball was released.
the case was dismissed, and Darnell was set free, despite the fact that his mother had witnessed the murder. It was a moment that sent Sharon's family into a tailspin of grief and frustration. They had trusted the justice system to deliver a fair trial, but now they were left with nothing. The dismissal of the case only prolonged their pain and left them with more questions than answers. Sharon's mother spoke out about her anger and heartbreak. She felt betrayed by the legal system, watching as the man who killed her daughter walked free.
He literally shot and murdered my daughter, and he's walking free as me and you, and she's no longer with us.
Sharon's children would now grow up without their mother, and no one had been held accountable for her death. But the story didn't end there.
Yeah, a witness who never showed up. That's why Darnell Kimball's homicide trial went out the window several years ago. Right now, prosecutors aren't saying what changed, but the refiling of charges signals that prosecutors are ready to take the case to trial again.
This was a glimmer of hope for the Miller family, a sign that justice might still be served, even if it came years too late. Darnell had gone on to face other charges during the time the case was dormant, including felony gun possession. The fact that he was still a threat to society became clearer as the years went on.
And again, right now, there is a warrant out for Darnell Kimball's arrest. If you know where he is, you're asked to give Milwaukee police a call.
Now, Darnell was once again facing the legal consequences of his actions. But was it enough to bring peace to Sharon's family? Was it enough to make up for the years of pain and loss they had endured? Only time would tell.
Reopen the wound and it's all over again.
What is clear, though, is that Sharon's tragic fate was determined by a series of choices, both hers and Darnell's. Her fiery attitude, her inability to back down, her need for validation. These factors played a significant role in her life, and ultimately in her death. Her relationship with Darnell was a microcosm of the larger issues she faced in her life. It wasn't just a bad relationship, it was a pattern of unhealthy dynamics that had followed her throughout her adult life. Her defiance, while empowering in many ways, became a double-edged sword that led her down a path she could never turn back from. And in the end, it was her decision to stand firm, to refuse to accept disrespect, that sealed her fate. Sharon Miller's story is a heartbreaking reminder of the complexities of relationships, of how one's past, one's attitude, and the decisions we make can shape our futures in ways we never anticipate. Her story also serves as a stark warning about the dangers of toxic relationships and the deadly consequences they can bring when they go unchecked. Her story is one that deserves to be told, to serve as a cautionary tale for others who might find themselves in similar situations. For Sharon Miller, justice may have taken years to pursue, but her story lives on, a reminder of the importance of breaking free from toxic cycles before it's too late. I hope these stories help you recognize warning signs and encourage you to seek help or offer support before it's too late. I'll see you in the next episode on Crime of Passion. Thank you for watching.
This is our cry, shall not be the last. It will not be the last day. Cause this pain inside shouldn't have seemed so bad. It never seems to pass me by. So I thank you. Yeah, I thank you. Oh yes, I thank you for making me a savage. Yeah.